So in this video I wanted to make a tree house, but I didn't want to make like a super boring one. I wanted to make a kind of interesting and different one. So I just showed you the sim I made to live in the tree house. Obviously I didn't do the creating the sim on camera. And then I chose a lot and I'm ready to make a tree house. I've never made one in Sims 4. I've made plenty of them in Sims 3. But yeah, never made one in Sims 4. If you can hear any weird noises in the background, it's just my cat being weird. So it took ages for me to find a tree that I wanted to use, and then to like find what scale I wanted to use it in and stuff. It just took so long, and it's annoying because like trees fade when you zoom in, so the like actual like how it's gonna look when you're living in it is gonna be different, and trees are annoying in Sims. So at first I thought I'll do this like 2 trees thing, and then the treehouse would like sit between 2 of them, but that ended up not really working, but that did give me the kind of base shape I was going to work with. So as you can tell, it took me so long to find a tree that I was happy with, and at this point I still don't end up with the one I finally used. I deleted everything. And it was annoying. I didn't want to use a custom content one as well. So I decided to just sort of start working on it and then pick the tree from there. I wanted it to be kind of white and like, if I say princess themes, that doesn't sound quite what I mean. I wanted it to be, oh yeah, and I leveled up the bottom level to make it higher up. I wanted it to be like a really girly bedroom, you know, like oh, I can't really think, just like white and pale pink basically, and like posh, fancy looking. So I ended up going for this purpley pink blossom tree, and I think that actually goes really nicely with the theme, which I didn't do on purpose. I just like the shape of the trunk of the tree. So I built some shape around the tree trunk. Some shape? That doesn't make sense. I built like a room around the tree trunk, and I put the stairs on the outside because it's a tree house. It doesn't need to be like proper, like an actual house, you know, the stairs can just go on the outside. So once I had planned out where the tree was going to go, I deleted it and I put it back in at the end, just to make it a lot easier to see what I was doing whilst I'm building. I think the shape of the treehouse is quite cute, and it looks almost like a proper house in a way. Like, it's more interesting than just a plain treehouse. But like it's kind of cute, and it fits everything in quite nicely. I know it's not really that small, like as far as tree houses go. Oh, and deleting the wall underneath the stairs just wouldn't work properly. It kept like deleting everything else, and eventually it worked, but it was just being really weird and glitchy. And then I deleted the entire floor, and I didn't know how to put floors back in at this point. I recently only just learned how to do that, so I had to just redraw the room, one wall of the room. And now it was time to start working on my layout. Upstairs the layout was very simple, didn't take too long to figure out. Downstairs took me a little while longer. On the bottom floor I wanted to fit a living room, a kitchen, a dining area, and a bathroom, and a bedroom, which is a lot. So in the end, this treehouse does end up being a 3-bedroom treehouse with some fair-sized bedrooms, to be honest. And I really was so indecisive with the downstairs layout. I keep changing it a lot. I liked how this open column worked, where the trunk of the tree could go up in the middle, and it's still like sealed around the trunk, all 4 directions around it. All 4 sides, that's the word I'm looking for. So I had kind of decided on my layout, and started placing bits in. The kitchen was kind of just simple, just pale blue and white. I wanted to do some like pastel colours and stuff all over it. I don't remember whether or not I used any custom content. I don't think I did, but don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. I hate how none of the wood tones match or anything, so it took ages to pick a table and chairs. And then, so you can see I've just about managed to squeeze in a fully functioning kitchen and a fair-sized dining table that seats 4. I really wanted a fireplace. I know in a wooden tree house it seems like the last thing you'd actually want, but this is Sims, it's not real life, so I placed a fireplace in there. And I wanted to have like a nice sized living area, and given how small this thing is, I think I've managed to end up with something really quite a good, like decent size or decent layout. The living area just is quite nice and roomy and spacious. I think something that would be interesting would be to build the shell of a building with no interior walls and have like a couple of people make a video where they both do their build from that shell and you can't edit the shell at all, and just to see how the layout and the design changes in their builds. I think that'd be a really interesting video. I quite like how this treehouse, like you think of a treehouse, you think of something very childish and quite simplistic, and I like how I went for something very like regal and expensive looking. I think it's a nice little like juxtaposition of styles. So this is meant to be like maybe like the teenager's bedroom, the eldest child's bedroom. So it's kind of simple really. I wanted to fit in all of the sort of things they need in their bedroom. I don't think I ended up putting a desk in, but I thought homework and stuff they can just do at the dining table and that would be fine. And I put a toy box in, so I guess maybe not a teenager's bedroom, or the eldest child's bedroom. I'm still kind of unsure about this painting I put in. It doesn't really scream child's bedroom to me, but it really suits the theme. Also, I'm so sorry about the gross noises in the background if you can hear them. My cat is licking himself. So I added a lot of storage to the kitchen because I thought realistically in a small space you're going to need a lot of storage. And then I just worked on the bathroom, which I kept very, very simple. It's just not really going to get used a whole huge amount, you know, and it's like it's just tucked away in the corner. That is pretty much the downstairs done, and we're on to the second bedroom. So this is meant to be where the toddler lives. I think I might put 2 beds in here, yeah. So the younger 2 of the children maybe, like a toddler and a younger child, although in Sims it would just be toddler and a child because there's not young children and older children. I wanted to maximise the space, so I moved the beds around and tried to see what I could do with that, but ended up being in this L-shaped layout no matter what I did. But I think it's nice with the little teddy bear there next to the bed, because obviously in Sims 3 you could put teddy bears like in the crib for the toddlers, but I think this works kind of similar and it's quite cute. So I wanted there to be enough space to have toy boxes and all the toddler things that they'd need in here. So I left quite a bit of space in the middle of the room and they could just use that for the space where they play with the toys and things. And then onto the master bedroom, parents' bedroom. I would have loved to do an ensuite, but obviously that would not work in this build. I mean, realistically, it could fit in that gap to the side if we weren't making a tree house. I wanted to fit a lot of storage in here because, again, realistically they need a lot of places to put their stuff, and then I put in a little baby's bassinet as well. So if you include the baby, this house actually fits 6 people. Yeah, 6 people, which I think is quite impressive given the size of it. Obviously though, when that baby ages up, they're either going to have their bed in the parents' room, or they're going to have quite a reshuffle of the furniture and the bedrooms, which is why I wish we had bunk beds. So wish we had bunk beds. And if they do introduce them, please don't let it be in an expansion, because then I won't be able to get them. I think they really should have brought in bunk beds in tiny living. I think that would be the perfect place to bring them in, and I will never understand why they didn't. The thing is, they know everyone wants them, so it stresses me, because a lot of Sims players love tiny builds, so they really need to put in bunk beds. I didn't end up with many windows around the back just because of the way the layout works, but then I absolutely love what I've done here with these big windows going into where the tree trunk would be. I think it's really nice because that's what this build is about. You know, it's about the fact that it's made of trees, so I wanted to made around a tree, so I wanted to make it so, like, you know, if this was real, you'd want to be able to, like, see what your entire house is built upon and what the story of your house is, I guess. I don't know, I just thought it was really interesting. As you can see, I really struggled with the roof. I couldn't make it look decent. Eventually I just went with this, which I think looks alright, but it's a bit but when the tree is placed in, I think it does look a little bit better. And then I wanted to really play with the outdoor space. Up here I didn't do a huge amount, but down on the lower level I made it much more interesting. I love the space of the deck with that little diagonal bit as well. I think it just looks really nice. And I like how I put these 2 plants in front of the door. I think it makes it look like one of those, like a big mansion, or like one of those really like posh houses you see around town, like where they always just have 2 big perfect looking plants around the front of the front door. I have not play tested that table to check that it actually is functional, but I'm pretty confident it is. Maybe not when the person's using the barbecue, but other than that I think it'll be fine. And then it was time to put the tree back in, which was annoying, and I couldn't quite get the placement. Eventually I do, but it was annoying and it made it very difficult to work on this in build mode, because it just sort of overtook the entire screen. When you look at this build on the map, it actually cuts off part of the tree because it's just so huge. It can't, I don't know if it just goes over the edge of the lot or if it just can't show that giant tree on the map. And then obviously the house would need some supports because it overhangs the tree by just a little bit. And whilst I was placing those supports, it made me look at the space underneath the house, and I was like, oh wow, I really need to do something with this. So that will be coming up in a second. Obviously here, just placing the path. I wanted to add some flowers, but they were all on a lighter grass than the grass in the game, which was in that lot, which was really annoying. I think I just left it in the end. Yeah, but it was kind of annoying. One thing I have forgotten is I don't actually have a bin in the kitchen indoors. So yeah, just an annoying thing. I'd never placed a pool using that tool before, so that was really interesting. And then I wanted to delete that corner and I just couldn't figure out how. And I like how it wraps around the tree. Again, I really wanted the tree to be like a big feature of the house, because obviously it is. Oh yeah, and I think I made the pool like extra deep by making that level, the basement level, have double height walls, which makes the pool extra deep. It doesn't change the gameplay at all. And I just really like this little outdoor area underneath the house. I think it looks really cute, and I love how the pool wraps around. I know I've already said this, but I love how it wraps around the tree. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. See you later. Bye!